Diamond Rio. That was
Hey, welcome to Mates of Eight on Monday night. What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for being here. This is going to be a very, very, very special game because we have been building this one for a while. All of us. It's going to be a good time. Listen, thanks for being here. You are currently in the home of 3 original homebrew D&D campaigns, but we also do a lot of fun one-shots for charity, like this one. You can visit matesofeight.com for links to our socials, our merch, and other good stuff. Thanks as always to our friends at Syrinscape for our sweet epic sound. If you want to kick your home game up a notch, visit Syrinscape.com. But most importantly, it's up there. Top 3 most important. Tonight we're raising money for the Trevor Project. One of my favorites. So if you haven't heard of the Trevor Project, they're a super stellar organization. For the last 21 years, Trevor has been working to save LGBTQ young lives by providing support through free and confidential crisis programs like Trevor Lifeline, which I think is the only 24/7 crisis and suicide prevention lifeline offering free and confidential counseling to LGBTQ youth. And they also run Trevor Text, Trevor Chat, and Trevor Space, all free, confidential secure services and spaces for queer youth. But that's not all. We like to do stupid stuff on charity streams, and you guys were nice enough to let me bully you into something particularly stupid tonight. For every $20 raised for Trevor Project tonight, we're going to have rollies. You're going to get a D20, and the lowest one has to share a photo of themselves as a teenager on stream tonight. Also, this is a 3-parter, so, we got time. If it's not tonight, it could be for part 2 or 3.
I could absolutely dig up more photos than just the one that I gave you.
So keep them coming. We don't have to stop at 120, Mm-hmm. We can go all night.
I'll come up with new pictures for every stream.
I'm here for it.
I just need time to figure out where they are.
Send them. You keep sending them my way. I will keep. In the meantime, if we go through all the players, my best friend, A Bard Most Brave, has kindly said it's okay for me to share pictures of him from high school because we have been best friends since the first day of freshman year. So I have a bunch. Bowl cut much? Hat phase? Let's do it. And we already got it. Oh my gosh, who's that from? Emo's screen name. I don't know who you are, but thank you so much. Let's have a roll off, y'all. Okay. Everybody got a D20? Let's do this. Wait.
Is it the high or the low?
I
Low.
think she said the lowest.
Yeah, lowest is a loser. Let's go. Rollies.
I got a 5. Oh, God, no.
13.
7.
10.
2.
Oh, thank God.
Well,
Oh, thank God.
You got a Yay!
Hey!
Thank you for consenting to this. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this handsome man that I married. Ooh, my teenage daydream. Thanks for being down, honey. It actually is a good picture. Mine is a lot more awkward than yours.
Would you post it in our Kids on Bikes chat so that we can see it too? 'Cause I don't know
Yeah.
if you posted that one earlier.
doesn't need to go in the broader Discord, but
No, we can go in the Kids on Bikes player chat.
Sure.
If Nick says it's okay. Thanks, that was fun. Thanks for the donation. We're already rocking and rolling. That will throw off our rhythm for deep and serious roleplay. It's Mates of Fate. I do not care. Okay, last but not least, we have a new friend joining us. Our friend Hunter from Genasi Quoi. What's up, dude?
Hello.
Thanks
Happy
for
to
being
be
here.
Thank you so much. I am terrified, excited, bewildered, happy, a little constipated. That's TMI. But it's, happy to be here. Thank you.
I like that realness that you're bringing. It's a real vibe, and I appreciate that.
Life short, man. That's good.
You have a lot of cool stuff going on the internet. Where could people find you if they want to learn more about you?
I am one half of Genasi Quoi. You can find us at Genasi Quoi on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, and Twitter, but I don't really use that. We are starting up a podcast soon, so on Spotify, so that'd be cool. I play in a regular campaign on Wednesdays at Quest Junkies UK, where I play basically a tree, so that's fun.
Like a psychedelic tree. He's so cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I will be guesting on other channels in the next 2 months, so just keep a lookout.
Popular dude. And what about your YouTube interview? Did that drop today?
Yeah, that did. Thank you so much for reminding me.
Yeah.
I was interviewed by Oren Cohen who has interviewed people like Abria Iyengar and Brendan Lee Mulligan and like a host of other creators.
And you.
And me, which is very exciting. It's very, very lovely. And we had a really deep philosophical conversation just about the community that tabletop breeds. It's really great. And
Agreed.
so, again, happy to be here.
Thanks for being here, Hunter. And we will link just all your stuff. We'll link that in the Discord and in the VOD so people can go check that out.
Thank you.
Matt, you're also from Slice and Dices. Your channel's amazing, but we're running late, so we're just gonna do that in the post.
You don't need to talk shit about me. I just deal and roll on. It's cool.
Without further ado, let's kick it off to our intro. Let's like kids on bikes. We'll be right back. And we are back and not muted. Good job, Ash. So, hi, kids. So, our story begins in a little place nestled in the South Dakota Badlands, right on the border of Wyoming, our version of a little town called Belle Fourche. The town of Belle Fourche is a place out of time, where the past and present collide and mingle like a forgotten dream. It's a town stuck in the 70s, with this rippling undercrust of teenagers quietly fighting to bring their families into the 90s with them. So like it or not, everybody knows you. Everyone knows your dad. Everyone knows about that thing you did when you were 9. Everyone here knows everything about everybody. Or do they? The clay mining industry here dominates the town's economy, and it's the lifeblood of this community. Families here are interconnected through their work in the mines, and their stories are etched deep into the earth. But there's a restlessness in the air, a sense that something's about to change. The year is 1999. It's mid-October, and these small town streets are rolling with fallen yellow and orange birch leaves. The air smells crisp, and it's cool on your skin. Hoodie weather's just begun. Now, if you wanted, you could ride your bike down Main Street and see the little pottery shop that's been there since long before you were born. You get a friendly wave from the sheriff, who you heard was some war hero, but you just know he brings popsicles to the bus line on the last day of school. You'd probably avoid making eye contact with this fat deputy with a flat top haircut, who has never missed an opportunity to hassle you and your friends for just existing in public spaces. You keep riding your bike past the rainbow-painted exterior of the old record store. They might have the new Blink-182 CD in stock. You'd have to ask Miss Gwen. And you'd soon be rolling past the middle school. You'd hear the cheers at the soccer game. Yeah, go Raccoons! No, wait, they're losing. You're passing the medical clinic. You get a wave from Dr. Wynn. She's the only doctor in town. And as you ride, the wind in your face, you might smell something amazing. Bacon and cheddar burgers on the grill at the beautiful Spork Diner. It's not the only restaurant in town, but it is the best one, in your opinion. Or maybe you might try and sneak into the Wicked Raven, one of only 2 bars in town. The older kids at school said there's a curse on the bar and music is forbidden from being played there. You have no idea if that's true, but those playground legends always feel pretty true. And if you're feeling brave, really brave, you could keep riding your bike just to the outskirts of town and go explore the old abandoned Bullock Ranch. Might be perfect for spooky season. If you're heading that far out of town, though, you know the one place you won't go? The old Fellchurch Mine. Now, there's 3 clay mines in town, but the Fellchurch Mine closed when your parents were like your age. And it's haunted as hell! So you've heard. Even the brave kids don't explore there. So, here's what you know. It's Saturday morning. The sun is out. Sixth Sense is playing at the movies. Ocarina of Time for N64 is available to rent at Blockbuster if somebody's parents will loan you their Blockbuster card. If you're home by 8 tonight, Snick is on TV. You got pizza rolls in your freezer at home. You got your backpack. You got your bike. You got your friends. Life is pretty good. Sarah, can you tell us, can you describe Amy for us and tell us what she might be up to right now?
Sure. Amy is a tiny, compact little human standing at just a hair over 5 feet tall. She'll tell you she's 5'1", but it's a lie. She's got long hair that up until recently was naturally blonde, but is now a late-stage Tori Amos fire engine red. She is a runner. She is one of the top athletes on the track team. And on this Saturday morning, despite what her grungy slacker attitude in general would have you think, she was up with the sun and is out on a run.
Fantastic. Thank you, Amy. And we're going to have to pause right there because I see our friend Joe B has donated another $20. Thank you, my man. It's time for rollies.
Okay.
Except for you, Nick. You're out. Here we go.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna use that opportunity to grab a beverage. Right back.
There you go.
There you go.
Don't see the
17.
picture, though.
12.
12.
6.
12.
Really?
Wow.
3
Six.
12. Yeah.
Okay.
12.
Matt, what'd you get?
I got a 6.
Alicia?
17.
That's it.
Matt, what did you say to us when you shared this with us? Gird your loins for 18-year-old Matt.
Yeah, pretty much. Gird
Oh,
your
what a dream
loins.
Girded.
Oh,
Are thy loins girded?
oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ.
So young and vigorous.
Ugh.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you
You
for the
gotta love, like-
donation, Joe.
Like the spotty like dots on that photo, which I scanned in to my scanner and then sent it over to you. I'm like, God,
Nice.
what have I done to this photo?
I'm not saying I would, but I would.
Oh, that's okay. I'm fine with that. That's cool.
Thank you,
You look
Joe.
so
It's all for a good
wholesome.
cause. Keep them coming, y'all. I got plenty of more pictures to torment our friends with. Okay, and in that vein, now that you're feeling like confident and not self-conscious, Matt, can you please describe Luis for us and what he's up to this Saturday morning?
Yeah, sure. So Luis Martinez, he's 17 years old. He is about, I don't know, 5'10". He's tall, considerably taller probably than some of his friends who probably haven't had their growth spurt all the way up to where they should be yet. But his dad was tall, so that makes sense. He has a very well-coiffed sort of, I guess you would call it sort of not like a pompadour, but like a nice like sprout of pure black hair, which he uses his Dep hair gel almost every day in the morning after a nice cool shower to get into the correct formation. He's also got a little bit of a mustache coming in, which he also sort of grooms appropriately. But on that Saturday morning, he is already up. Like, he's been up for a while. He's been up since probably like 5:30. Why? Because he's a working kid. When he's not at school, and even sometimes when he is, he's thinking about what he needs to do at the restaurant, which he owns. Well, not owns, but he helps to run with his mom. So that morning, he's already like serving customers. And he's in the back of the restaurant already, getting ready with the heart healthy food that his customers seem to love. And by heart healthy, that is said massively ironically, because it's all
Slinging
eggs
cheesy
and
hash.
bacon. Yeah, cheesy hash, eggs, bacon, whatever they want, they get. And people seem to like it because he's getting a lot of orders nowadays, and he's doing it all himself.
Fantastic. Welcome to the beautiful Spork Diner. Thanks for being here. What about June? Hunter, could you please describe June to us? What's he up to?
Sure. My character is Juniper Berry Foxby, also known as June to most. He is 5'2", about 100 pounds, just this scrawny kid, 12 years old. He has kind of medium length black greasy hair, kind of paler olive skin that's kind of smudged from a little bit of dirt. He wears a flannel that's too big for his frame over a shirt that's also just a little too big and has some smudges on it. Just seems like a little dirty all the time, and not purposefully, I think, just from wear. Holes in the jeans. Has quite worn shoes, not some sort of inexpensive brand, mismatched shoelaces, that sort of thing. A really big backpack, just one this is a prepared kid.
Like a scout pack?
Yeah, absolutely. Very much, what is that Wes Anderson movie? With all the
Moonrise Kingdom.
Thank you.
100% that kid, yeah.
Very much those vibes. And on a Saturday morning, I think June is actually in Rainbow Records because he does not own a Discman or anything like that. So he is listening to bands that played at the Wicked Raven just over and over again. And kind of enjoying his time there.
Like old 60s and 70s bands that aren't making music anymore for reasons.
Yes.
Very cool. Alicia, would you like to tell us about Meadow?
Sure. So you see a very tall 15-year-old girl. She's 6'1" and quite skinny. And she is currently working on her parents' farm. She's finishing up her morning chores with the animals. She kind of feels like she doesn't quite fit in her skin. That she just feels a little bit too big in a small town. And she's tried countless times to try to think of other nicknames she could shorten her first name to, but nothing seems to work. Her full name is Meadow Flower Moon Willow, which isn't her parents' real last name. They decided to throw out their old lives along with their families and come up with a new name. But yeah, that she's just wrapping up and looking forward to meeting up with Amy.
Hardworking farm kid. Okay. And Nick, do you want to tell us about Jack and what he's up to this morning?
Sure, I'd love to. Jack has always grown up as a bit of a loner. His mother passed away when he was very, very young. He's told it was a car accident, but he's not quite too sure. His father works in the coal mine, or clay miner rather, and he's constantly picking up extra shifts, so Jack doesn't really see his dad very often. So he spends a lot of time free-ranging in the town, and the townsfolk all seem to feel sorry for him and kind of raise him all in their own way and impart their own wisdoms and meals as he's out and about and makes himself friends with others. But throughout all this, he still has been quite a bit of a jerk because he doesn't have a lot of control over his life. So whenever he has these opportunities to have any kind of control, he tends to not wield it very well. He's average height, 5'2", 5'3" for whatever a 14-year-old might be. His last name is Hargrave. His name is Jack Hargrave. And picture Judd Nelson's character from The Breakfast Club, just 4 to 5 years younger. He's wearing kind of a beat up suede jacket that someone left out in the rain. He's got his jeans are all torn up and everything he owns is secondhand. The rest of the townsfolk, all the other kids in towns might have their Discman, but he still has the Walkman that's got the tapes in it. So whenever he's whenever he gets to listen to, either he has to get the tape from the store or it's recorded off the radio, or somebody got the CD and they made a tape of it for him. He tends to lash out a lot. Since his dad wasn't around, he barely knew his mother, doesn't remember her at all. He doesn't really get any emotional support in general, so he's just kind of figuring out life as he goes without any kind of emotional intelligence or ways to deal with the feelings he has inside. So kind of raised by a collaborative effort, but no one really wants to take true responsibility for him.
I'm already so emotionally primed to be ruined by this game, and we just started. All right, well,
And this morning, I
what's
guess
he doing?
Jack is still in his apartment. He's slept in after being up all night worrying. And no one in the apartment but him. His father's already out and left for the mine. And he's just flipping through the cupboards trying to find something to eat. He's found that if he takes a little bit of each of the 3 cereal boxes that have a teeny bit left in them, he can actually make a bowl. And thankfully the milk is still good.
So, Jack, you look at the kitchen table, and there's a paperweight shaped like this brass hourglass, which is where your dad always leaves a note for you whenever he needs to tell you something. So as you're eating your breakfast, you see that he's left a note for you under this hourglass. What kind of note might have your dad have left for you?
Go outside today. Don't get in trouble. I'll be home for dinner, I think.
Okay. All right, so let's bring it back to Meadow. You finished up your chores outside. The sun is starting to come out. Like, it is a really beautiful fall morning. You make your way through the back door into the kitchen of your old farmhouse, and you smell something that smells like someone's backyard. Your mom is baking something that smells very like natural and raw. And she offers you like a green tinted muffin that she's just pulled out of the pan. Your chores all done for the day?
Yeah, thanks. She kind of looks at this muffin. Not surprised that it looks green at all.
It's a detox muffin. That's good for your kidneys, sweetheart.
Thanks. Gonna need that.
You look at the kitchen table, and your grandmother is sitting there, and she's hunched a bit more in recent years than she used to be, but she looks up at you with these very kind, wrinkled eyes, and she kind of like beckons you to come closer.
I grab another muffin, and then I go over to her and kiss the top of her head and hand her one of the muffins.
She starts picking away the wrapper, and then with one hand she puts a very, very soft, wrinkled hand on top of yours. When are you going to let me throw your fortune?
Probably never. I've seen what it does to people, and I don't want to know that stuff.
Don't you want to know your path? The clay can help you.
I just want to figure things out on my own. Thanks, Grandma.
She cups the side of your face and just kind of like gently taps it. You know where to find me if you change your mind. She starts trying to choke down her super dry muffin.
You want some milk with that?
Just take it with some coffee. What about Luis, who is here in the diner this morning as he's working?
Well, definitely his mom. Although she's at the register, she's not in the back with him. And I think there's the wait staff, one of whom is a girl who's in her 20s who he knows relatively well. Her name is Coda.
Amber?
I'm sorry, Amber. Thank you, not Coda. Amber. And I think like Luis is probably sort of like keeping his eyes on the grill, keeping his eyes on the customers, and then like 25% of his attention is like on his mom. Things were touch and go for a little bit there, and he's still real concerned about her. So he's trying not to lose his concentration, but it's tough. It's tough. And every once in a while, he like looks over and he sees Amber. She smiles at him, and he smiles back at her, and then he just goes back to work.
You can see your mom is definitely going slower than she used to, and out of the corner of your eye, you can kind of see that she's struggling a little bit to catch her breath as she's ringing up some checks, but would never verbalize that, especially to you right now.
Yeah. I just sort of close my eyes and I just like think, okay. Last night on Emerald, he was how did he get that he did that really cool thing, just, like it made everybody just like go he said bam. He just went bam, and everyone was like, what? Yeah. I don't know why, but it's really cool, and I think I might try to do that every once in a while. Like if I serve up a plate and I just go bam. Yeah.
Is he saying this out loud or in his head?
Maybe a little bit of both. Like every once in a while, he's just like, bam.
So the waitress, Amber, approaches you, rings the bell right after you say bam to yourself, and just kind of gives it a look, but overlooks it. And she kind of shouts to you over the counter, the kids are here. Do you think you could scrape up a pecan waffle for them, please?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Child size or
oh yeah, no,
size?
they can split a child size. We're not trying to,
pecan waffle.
Yeah, just the one for the twins. They're gonna be with me all morning.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, Lulu.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And he just turns back to the grill and busts out the Belgian waffle maker.
Just running the whole thing himself.
Yeah. No, he doesn't need a sous chef. There's no susu for Lulu. So there you go.
And we got another one. Yay! Our friend Grim just made another $20 donation. Thank you so much. Rollies.
There's a cat in my dice tray.
Uh-huh.
Not 20.
That's not great.
I think Ian and
You're out.
I and Jack are not doing this.
Hero,
Right?
thank you. I need this.
Yeah, we're out.
16.
Ooh, 7.
5.
Woo!
1.
Oh, there's the great one.
Hey! Hunter,
The
let's be
ones
real.
are showing up. Let's get the ones out of the way now, boys. Let's go.
Boom, boom, boom.
Hunter, for real. You got the least awkward teen photo, I think, out of all of us. Look at those, like, eyes. Oh my goodness, I'm getting lost in them. Incredible!
My God, are
Right?
you serious?
It's the least awkward photo I could find of just a mountain of, just from the side. Like, the Sasquatch picture,
I
just
remember
like
that.
just Sam Squatch, just
Wait, is it the same
Most
one that
of
you
my
sent us
childhood.
earlier? That picture is cute with all the hair.
It's
Yeah.
adorable. I know.
you.
No, that's what when I said I went to high school with one of you, I meant like, a guy who looked like that with the big curly
Right.
hair and the little tiny chin beard.
No, I'm getting like
though. Like
I'm
what did you
definitely
use?
getting like 80s band theme here. Like this is
You. Wow, what a pick me up. Let's do this rollies more often. That's the
yeah, for real. Like I'm looking at this like really.
best natural one of my life. Oh my gosh.
Hey, there you go.
Thank you.
I'm like this. Like I feel like I'm like picturing all these music videos you used to watch with dudes like the curl. Like yeah, you're right on the money there. Maybe 10 years too late. I don't know.
What can we do? Cry.
So, June, since you're the man of the minute at the moment, you're making your way through the record store, flipping through a bunch of old records that any other kid your age is steering well clear of. Like, they're going more for, like, Sublime or, I don't know, cool stuff.
What?
Nirvana.
Offspring.
I like Sublime. Sublime is great. Yeah,
Mhm.
sure.
Green Day.
Why not?
So you hear the bell ring on the door of the shop. Is that something June would like have a keen eye on, or is he kind of wrapped up in his own thoughts?
I think June is wrapped up in his own thoughts because of his lack of Discman or Walkman, he is trying to remember the melody of like 2 or 3 different choruses of these bands for later on. So, but June isn't necessarily like musically talented, so it's a strife. He's really trying to concentrate on it.
Just tucking it all away for later.
Yeah.
So Miss Gwen, who runs the shop, comes up behind you and puts her hands on your shoulders.
Oh,
Sweetheart, are you going to buy anything today?
oh, no, ma'am. I just the company's really nice, and I can't take this with me. And it's such a beautiful store that it's nice. I appreciate you letting me just warm up in here a little bit.
You are always welcome here. And she tussles your hair. She
Thank
says,
you, Miss Gwen.
you can take that to the listening booth if you want. The one on the end, it plays LPs.
Oh, really? Oh,
If you want.
that'd be great. Yeah. Oh, okay. And Hurdley like gets too many LPs. Just
Okay. Or, okay.
kind of gets his flannel shirt like stuck in the door, just like a little. And it's like, no, okay.
So you see Miss Gwen go off in a conversation with another grown-up. But grown-ups, who cares, right? Doesn't matter at this point in time. Now, Meadow and Amy, you were planning on meeting up later. What were you planning on doing this weekend?
Well, Amy, upon finishing her, she went on a long run this morning. Coach was telling her that she needs to work on her endurance. It's great that she's a sprinter, but she really needs to get better at long distance. So she went out for 10 miles this morning, and on her way home, she is jogging past the beautiful spork and smells bacon and immediately just 180s on the sidewalk and just straight into the diner, practically still at full tilt. Comes in, she's drenched in sweat. She's been running for I don't know how long it takes people to run 10 miles because I don't run unless I'm being chased, but a while. She's been up for a while. And she kind of just plops herself down on a stool at the counter. It's like, hey, Miss Tina, hey, Amber, water and as much bacon as you have, please. Maybe some toast too. Yeah, that'd be good. Whew. And she's kind of catching her breath. She realizes she's okay, wait, I've been running. Kind of stands up and she's doing some minor calf and hamstring stretches at the counter.
Your friend Coda plops down a glass of water right in front of you. How are you doing?
Oh, hey. Early for you. I didn't think you'd be in this early. As she chugs half the glass of water immediately.
Yeah. George called down.
Ah, shit. I'm sorry. That sucks.
Next to you, you see Mrs. Harris. You know her as a friend of your mom. She's been around the house. She's in the Daughters of the Pioneers.
Okay, yeah.
She's got this beautiful, to her, brown dyed permed hair and a shiny gold necklace and a purple business suit with big shoulder pads. And she turns to you with a very formal posture. Good morning, Miss Amy. How are we today?
I'm good. I just finished a run. How are you?
Oh, busy, as you know. Listen, college, Miss Amy, really, what are we doing about that?
We are thinking about it, Miss Harris. Thinking about it a lot.
Have we started applying ourselves?
Yeah, kind of. I'm still really weighing my options,
You know there's a seat for you on the board at the DOP. You just need to come to a meeting. You'd like it. It's fun.
I know. I'm just, I'm so busy with track and track. Yeah.
She looks at your...
What was that? Coda, can I use your phone? She's trying so hard to get out of this conversation.
Doesn't seem that busy.
Yeah, well, We'll see. Coda, can I use the phone? I'm sorry, Miss Harris. I need to enjoy your breakfast. And she
Yeah, sure.
slides her water further down the counter, and then just sort of ducks underneath the hingy door at the end of the counter. Like she does this all the time, whether she's supposed to or not, but she always does.
Just making herself at home.
Yes, just pops under and grabs the phone off the wall and calls Meadows' house.
Meadows' mom would answer, as is the custom in 1999.
Yeah.
Probably.
What is your mom's first name? Because I'm sure that she doesn't let me call her Mrs.
Stacy.
Hey, Stacy, it's Amy. Is Meadow around? Is she done with the cows yet?
Oh, sure, she's just enjoying a detox muffin. Just a moment. Meadow, honey,
Yeah?
it's phone.
She gets up from her barely eaten muffin and takes the phone. Hello?
Hey, it's me. I know you don't want to eat that muffin. Put it down, put on your shoes, get your ass down to the spork, and save me from Mrs. Harris, please.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I'll be right there.
Thank you.
I gotta go, Mom.
Okay.
And Amy's gonna stand there and pretend to continue being on the phone for another 2 or 3 minutes. It's oh wow, really? No, it's fine. I can hold. I'll wait a second. I can hold.
Does she keep going until that loud off-hook noise starts blaring in her ear, and everyone around her knows it's you?
100%. Oh, bad connection, I guess. Well, I'm gonna get your phone checked. She sees Luis in the kitchen. She's like, "Hey, Lulu," then ducks back under the counter and goes back to her seat at the bar or the counter.
All right, well, let's fast forward a little bit with Jack and your plans to try and get outside today, I'm assuming, since your dad really wanted you to. I would say basically a minute after you leave your apartment building, you see this fat cop you know so well with a flat top haircut and his buttons straining at the seams of his brown uniform shirt come kind of waddling up to you with his thumb in his belt. What are you up to today, son? What's in the bag?
What? Why would you care what's in my bag?
You know why I care. What's in the backpack, son? Where are we headed today?
I'm out here minding my own business. Why aren't you minding your own business? I'm going around. I'm doing what I'm doing.
I take care
I
of this
just walked
town.
out the door.
How about you let me take a peek in that backpack before you carry on your day? We don't want any trouble today.
There's no trouble in this backpack, and I just kind of hold it tight to myself. Is very firmly, he has no business looking in my bag.
Would you like to make a charm check
I can do
to see
that.
if you can persuade him to leave you alone? That would be probably a roll of 6 for this.
Okay. Where do I do 4? Here we go.
Oh.
3. Well, he's not going to find my weed.
Why isn't he going to find your weed?
Because it's in my sock.
And we just got raided. Hey, friends, thank you so much. We just got raided from Bards of New York. Thanks for stopping by, y'all.
Woo!
So, Jack, you didn't quite make your charm check for that. So, Deputy Williams, as you know him, forcefully takes the backpack away from you. And even if you hang on to it, he starts pawing through it. What is he going to find?
Nothing serious. It'll be Walkman. It'll be some miscellaneous snacks that I grabbed out of the house or pocketed from the convenience store or whatever. A TI-81, the blue one, the one that didn't have the link, so I couldn't play games with everybody else, and it really sucked, and I was annoyed by it. It was really only good for math. He does find a couple cherry bombs. But he can overlook that maybe. course you got a Trapper Keeper in there, right? But none of that Lisa Frank shit. And a puka shell necklace that he doesn't wear anymore, but still leaves it in his bag.
How many cherry bombs does he find?
3.
You know these are illegal, son.
You know going through my bag was illegal.
I had reasonable cause, and you know it.
What was the reasonable cause? I'm out here walking around outside of my door.
I smelled explosives on you, and we all know you're trouble. I'm taking these. It's a misdemeanor. But if you don't buy any more, we can overlook it today. You and your friends need to be home by sundown, though. You understand me?
Yeah. Where'd he go?
He shoves your backpack into your chest. Keep out of trouble. Where would Jack be headed next?
Find some more fucking cherry bombs. That's what he was gonna do today. That's what he was gonna do today. He was gonna blow up mailboxes. Now he's like, "Make fucking more bombs." What's he gonna do now? Where would he have gotten them? Now I think about it.
You know, it's a guy.
You know,
You got
he's
a guy.
Yeah, same guy I got the weed from, right? Yeah, I've got my explosive / drug dealer.
Profitable side hustle in a small town.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, right over the PA line.
I'm gonna say the guy's name is Ted.
Yeah, so I guess he's just gonna head to the Spork probably, see if he can cop some food there.
Okay. Someone walks in that none of you were expecting. Luis, Meadow, Amy, Jack, you're all there now. Who walks through the door that is not usually someone you'd see here?
Ooh, the hermit guy.
The hermit guy. Okay.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Zeke Morgan, retired miner and reclusive hermit.
This poor old man looks like he's about 150 years old. He comes in with an old wooden cane that looks like he's whittled it himself, and you can tell his joints are paining him to get just up the 2 steps into this diner. And he sits down at the counter, and he looks a little spooked about something. Oh wait, we don't have perception checks. This isn't D&D. Amy, with you being at the counter too, you would notice, like, old people have weird skin things. You know, they have weird, like, liver spots and stuff. This old man has what looks like a cobalt blue rash running from his neck down into his shirt. It's huge.
She kind of, like, scoots away a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but can't stop staring at it.
You see him order a coffee, and then you hear him give, like, a tremendous cough. Like, a deep, guttural cough. It takes him, like, a minute to stop.
She is absolutely going to move over one more seat. Like, this time not even hiding it, she's going to move. But then she feels bad. So then she's going to look over and be like, Mr. Morgan, are you okay?
You know how it goes, young lady. Just another Saturday.
She slides him her glass of water.
The way he's moving, this might not even be new for him. He might just be this bad all the time. You haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah. I feel like she's, like, run into him once or twice when she's jogging out in the woods. But, like, otherwise, it's a small town. Everyone knows who everyone is.
Exactly. Yeah, he kind of keeps himself up in the mountains.
Yeah, well, you, have some water and... Okay.
It's just good to get the fresh air. You know how it goes.
Yeah, what, brings you down the mountain?
What do you think brought him down the mountain?
Groceries.
Probably. He might have a look on his face like he doesn't really even want to be noticed, but he's just doing what has to be done, because it doesn't look like he's looking for extra conversation from anybody around here.
And I think she gets that, and she's like, mentally, she's like, okay, I've done my duty. I tried to be polite. And boom, back to her friends. Done.
Now, one of the people that does belong in this diner that any of you would definitely recognize is Amber, the waitress's two twins. They're 14 years old. They're sitting in a corner booth, keeping to themselves. They know they have to be polite here because mom's working and they don't want to get mom in trouble. The girl, if you actually make eye contact with her at all, she starts grinning and like waving at you. She's just like radiating sunshine. And the boy is completely keeping to himself. He's got his hood up over his head, and you can see he's like drawing something emphatically. But you do notice, Amy, when Zeke Morgan sits down and starts coughing, you notice out of the corner of your eye, the boy, you know his name's Elias. He freezes, and you see him turn, and his eyes look very, very afraid.
Amy's just kind of like now feeling very discombobulated between avoiding Mrs. Harris and seeing Mr. Morgan down the mountain, and now watching this kid be totally freaked out. She's just like, kind of like grabs her hoodie from where it's been tied around her waist when she took it off while she was jogging. It's like pulls on some stuff. She's like, it's cold. It feels cold in here.
It's a whole town full of weirdos, man.
Yeah.
Meadow, Luis, or Jack, is there anything you think you might see in the diner or would like to do in the diner this morning?
By the way, I feel like what's the old man's name?
Zeke, Mr.
Zeke.
Morgan. Yeah,
Mr. Morgan. I just imagine, like, if this was actually a movie, I would imagine that the old man from the first Home Alone movie is actually the guy.
100%. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just like those piercing blue eyes that made me absolutely terrified of that man when I was young. And I thought he was literally just going to murder me. And then he murdered my heart at the end of the film.
Just shoveled your heart to death in the end.
Bashed it right over the head.
Exactly. He's old Home Alone shovel man, but with a bunch of like gnarly blue rash down the side of his neck.
What is that? Have I seen that before ever on anyone?
How many people in town do you know that are Zeke Morgan's age?
Oh gosh, not many.
But you would have seen grandparents come in and out of the diner, so it's possible. Yeah, it's possible that maybe you've seen a little bit of blue here and there, but not like this. Maybe your mom's even like told you, like it's a rumor about like the old mine that closed. Some of those guys were exposed to something that just didn't sit right, but who knows?
Eek. It's not dangerous, right? Because I'm afraid about, my mom and her health. Like if she's susceptible to something like that.
You don't really know.
Shit. Who's at the who I see Amy. My eyes definitely avert from Amy's. I do see Jack, who's just coming through the door. He lives in the same building as me. I am not a fan.
And stop asking me to try your food then.
Yo, listen, every time you tell me to do Salisbury steak, I don't even know what the hell that is, okay? So just leave off.
It's delicious.
Sure. I guess I would probably, like, if I have a break, like, I think I would probably, like, go out to the loading dock for a sec and just like, take a breather. Just because those twins in the back, I don't like them. I don't like a lot of people. Let me put it that way. Right? There's a lot of people in this town who just rub me the wrong way, and I kind of tell them to their face a little bit too much. That's why they put me in the back. But the twins, like every time they come in here, they order the same damn waffle nonsense. That's not. They should just stop coming in. I don't like them. There's something weird about them, and I don't like them. Like more than the average person who comes in here who I don't like. They're kids, and I don't like them. So I feel like I need to just take a break and step outside.
It's all going to be a bit much.
Yeah.
The fresh air helps, Luis, for sure. It is a very nice day. But it's also Saturday morning, so going back in, there's going to be more and more and more people pouring in all day because your cooking is good and people are going to be coming for it.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I just like look out. Is there anything happening outside, or is it just like cars in the parking lot? And that's pretty much it.
Actually, yeah. Right off Main Street, like your diner is right off Main Street. You notice several blocks away where you can barely hear it, but you can see it. You notice a small fender bender. It looks like a light blue car. Doesn't stop in time at a stop sign and just gently rear ends a silver car.
I don't recognize either of the cars, do I?
It's like a silver Honda, maybe a blue Saturn. Super common for right now, so maybe not.
All right. Do I see anybody getting out of the car, or
Yeah. Who do you see getting out of the car? Who do you see?
Oh man. I guess I would probably see. I'm trying to think of the relationships I have with people in town. I try not to like hang out with people too much.
It could be important or not important. It's entirely
You know, let's go for broke. Yeah, it's the guy getting out of the silver car. Is the gym teacher. He's my gym teacher. He's the guy who's always telling me to take extra laps because he thinks I'm overweight and I could use the run. That's what he says. His name is Mr. Liquis. I don't like his name. His name is just like it makes my skin crawl, and every time I hear his voice, which just sounds like it sounds like a leaf blower. It makes my nails want to just rub every possible chalkboard possible. And so when I see Mr. Liquis's car getting rear-ended, I kind of like, and I see him getting out of the car, and I don't see who gets out of the other car. I'm like, I kind of smile a little bit.
Get what you get.
Karma. Fuck.
Karma.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he should do a lap, Mr. Liquis.
For real. Now he's gonna have to. Mr. Liquis. Fucking jerk.
Oh, goodness. Nick's mom just made a really big notation.
Oh, right.
Thanks, Nick's mom. We love you.
Yay.
Is it just me and you? We're the last two for right now?
Me too.
3. Okay, here we go.
3 of us.
Rollies.
Oh boy.
Ooh, 14.
5.
6.
Whoa, I'm up.
Friends, feast your eyes on Sarah's prom picture. What? This is the coolest
Enjoy.
dress ever. You're not even embarrassed about sharing this with us. You looked amazing.
I
So
rented
cool.
that dress for $30.
Was worth every penny.
Outstanding.
Incredible.
Still paying off, man. Like,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the most expensive thing on me that day was my manicure.
My prom picture also had the spiral wisps, like
Little
the curling
spiral,
iron
yeah.
wisps. Yeah.
Yep, you can't see the undershave in the back. Very 90s.
You're hot shit,
Yeah.
girl.
I was
I like
my
the necklace. I really like the necklace. It's really
That is
it
my
puts the whole thing
mom's.
together.
I wore that at my rehearsal dinner for my wedding too. 'cause
Oh,
it's-
it's a
She bought it.
Oh my
She bought it in
God.
Romania when I was a kid, and I've just always loved it. Yes,
necklace in Romania.
she bought it in Romania when she was there. When I was not there, but she was, and I always thought it was super cool. So I always borrowed it on special occasions.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I
Thank you
love
for
that
sharing
story.
that with all of us. Thank you for the donation, Dagmar.
Thank
Love
you.
you. Okay. Where were we? June. What happens next in your day?
I'm going to get out of the booth. I was listening to. I just had it up.
He has a list. I love this.
Some, the Sugar Plums. The first 3 albums, very very funky. And I'm kind of humming it in my head, and I get out of the booth. Are the 2 adults still there?
You've been listening to 3 albums?
quickly,
Yeah.
like kind of skimming through them. But yeah, a lot of the music.
Yeah, depending. Miss Gwen is certainly still there because she runs the store, and it looks like she's wrapping up a conversation with somebody.
Okay. Do you think I was kind of jolted to leave by? I'm trying to get the layout correct. By the sound of the fender bender happening.
Could be. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, hey, Miss Gwen, what was that loud noise out there?
You see, the person that she's talking to was the sheriff, and he is now on his way out the door to go investigate. But Miss Gwen says, "Well, looks like Mr. Liquis just got rear-ended by Miss somebody."
Miss Liquis.
You son of a bitch!
Oh, they're at it again. We're gonna so many laughs.
Oh, good.
Improv.
I'll kind of catch up with the sheriff
Mhm.
as he's like, thanks, Miss Gwen. I'll see you next time.
Was this the same sheriff who got on my case?
No, that was the deputy.
Deputy, sorry.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, the deputy is like this fat guy with a flat top haircut. The sheriff is a very well-built African-American man with like a graying beard. He wears the traditional like
Oh,
cowboy
yeah.
sheriff hat. He's
I
much
remember
nicer than you
enjoying
guys.
This photo. Yeah.
Yeah. What? I didn't just tell Midjourney to make Idris Elba look like a sheriff. There was more to it than that.
I knew you looked familiar.
I'll kind of catch up to the sheriff's heels and like, Sheriff Jenkins, hey.
Hello, son. Just a moment. And you can see he goes back to an actual emergency, but he doesn't want you to feel like he's ignoring you.
Okay, I'm going to spend 4 or 5 minutes adjacent to Sheriff Jenkins, like I'm helping, and just kind of staring down Mr. Liquis, who is just a real a-hole to all of us. Just kind of folding my arms, just like,
Except me. I think he likes me.
oh, that's very true, probably. And after Sheriff Jenkins probably kind of catches me out of his periphery, because I've probably done this a few times, so it's kind of where I get my kicks, I'll start smelling the kind of wafting good smells of the beautiful spork, and start like, okay, thanks, Sheriff. Mr. Liquis. Both sides, left and right.
Sheriff says, "Be careful out there, son. Understand?"
Yeah, I did. How did he say it was fine? It's great. It's awesome.
And I will catch up to the diner, but be a little bit apprehensive about going in. And I think you said kind of at like the far window, so I think June will pace back and forth like the length of the building and notice the twins are in there, and Elias looking of a heightened emotion, we'll say.
You would notice by now, your friend looks like he might be having a full-blown panic attack.
Okay, great. I will zoom on in there and kind of beeline toward Elias, actually.
Okay.
And if I can, pass by Amber, the mom, and tap her like comfortingly on the shoulder, but it's kind of like I've dealt with this before.
She gives you a look like she is happy to see you. She dearly wants to go to attend to her kid, but this is a full diner at this point now, and they are a little short, so there's not a lot she can do. She's happy to see you.
Okay, excuse me. And then I'm gonna swipe some toothpicks off the counter and just go to the edge of their table, which I assume is like a booth, and kind of squat down. Go like, hey guys, hey Abby, hey Elias, hey man, how's it going? I like what you're working on there. you want to make a house? This is pretty cool, right? And so I'm gonna take Elias's half of the waffle that he's not really working on because he's a little freaked out, and just go like, hey man, just like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna build the walls, right? Yeah, we're just gonna breathe through these walls. You got the walls right there, huh? Pretty cool, huh? Okay, and then put the little toothpicks in there. It's like, all right, what does a house need, right? A roof, right? Okay, so take
He's
the
trying to
waffle.
follow. He wants to follow, like he's happy to see you. Make a charm check. He is highly aggravated though. Let's say that's a charm check of 8.
Okay. That is an 8.
Nice.
Okay. When you get a good look at his face, June, both kids have blue eyes, which is not uncommon. But his look so much bluer that they catch you off guard. You know, sometimes blue eyes look very, very bright, especially when that person's been crying. But you are positive that they were glowing for a moment. But then as he breaks eye contact with you and looks at the house, he just starts nodding, and you see him like force a breath, and they seem less bright now. But you are able to help him, although it takes a little while.
I'll take a good beat there because that's pretty strange.
Mhm.
And I think there's a moment where June is almost relieved because Elias is quiet, extremely quiet, and always scribbling and has these moments. And June is very much a believer in something else, something behind the curtain, something else going on. So he's just like, okay, yeah. And so tries to get Abby involved and kind of looks back after a good amount of time over at Amber to kind of get that reassurance for both of them.
And Abby, being Abby, like throws her arms around your neck and like gives you a quick hug. She's just always excited to see you.
Hey, Abby. I'm glad I made it.
We're happy to see you too, for sure. Can you stay? We'll split our waffle with you.
Yeah, of course. And I'll kind of like still squat, but like scooch my butt, next to Abby because
Okay,
I know
cool.
Elias likes a little bit of the space.
Yeah, Abby's just rolling with it. Like she's so used to her brother. Like this didn't even throw off her morning. She's just, glad you're here. You've completed the trio now.
As it calms down with Elias, I'll definitely take a little bit more of a purview of who's in the space that would have maybe, or what would have started Elias on a panic attack. Do I know Elias's kind of triggers for those sorts of moments?
Do you?
Maybe one or two,
Mm-hmm.
but I think some of them are, to June, more like, for lack of a better word, like trivial, like something that is kind of everyday. So it's really hard down to pinpoint what's going on, like touch, So it could have just been somebody brushed up against them. So, yeah, I think he just kind of scoffs it away. Not scoffs it away, but, just goes like, oh, it's just something every day.
Mm-hmm. Well, the twins are going to be here until their mom is done working, which might be later this afternoon. They're going to be here all day. So you could hang out with them if you wanted. You also see your friend Jack walk in. And you see Amy too. Amy's at your house basically every week.
I'll try to get Amy's attention if she's kind of looking that way. So I bet it takes like 2 or 3 tries just to, kind of do the like, oh, she's like, now, okay.
She is kind of like studiously avoiding both the minor and Mrs. Harris. So she's very much like she's trying to focus completely on Meadow. And like in doing so, ends up focusing completely on Meadow. Like it starts out as like a save me, and then actually just gets engaged in what they're talking about and then having conversation. But yeah, when she eventually sees you, she'll be like, she'll give you the wave over Meadow's shoulder.
Okay. And if I see Jack come in, I'll probably wave him over just because he's my buddy.
Mm-hmm. So, June, you would know too, your dad has a meeting tonight, which means he would probably have asked Amy to come over to babysit tonight if she's not doing anything. And there have
Okay.
been times too where your dad's gone out, but he said it's okay for like Jack to sleep over.
Okay. I'll see if Jack wants to come over and talk with him about it.
Where's Jack right now?
So Jack comes in the door, and the first thing he sees is Amy. Where are you? Are you at the counter?
I'm at the counter and he's talking to Meadow, yeah.
Okay, so Amy, so he sees Amy at the counter, goes, and he kind of like steps back a second. He's like, and then he goes up and sees June waving back to him, and he kind of gives like a give me a minute thing, and he goes and he sits down at the counter because even though he and Luis don't always get along, Luis respects that he doesn't have any money and usually will give him some extra of whatever happens to be coming off the griddle or whatever was just made that they had too much of to put on the plate kind of thing. So he kind of just sits there and he's looking over at Amy and sees her having a conversation with Meadow, and he's just trying to like be interested but not at the same time, just trying to play it cool is probably a good way to put it. Didn't sit directly next to, one space in between, and just kind of patiently waiting for someone behind the counter to have a second to help him out, and then waiting for a bite to eat. And then once that happens, he probably just kind of, as he gets down off with his plate to head back to June, he kind of like brushes up against Amy a little bit and goes, "Oh, sorry," and then he keeps going.
Okay. Weird out.
Cold.
Hey, Jack.
He's 2 years younger than her, and he put itching powder in her shoes before it
Oh
traveled.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, she wants nothing to do with him, and meanwhile he's like, she's hot. So hey, what's going on, June?
Hey. How's your morning going?
Freaking cop took my cherry bombs.
Deputy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
don't
had
like
plans
that guy.
today.
What were you gonna do?
I don't know. Probably mailboxes again.
Mailboxes.
Mr. Stevens put a new one up. He shouldn't have done that. He knew it was going to happen again.
I know you're always tempted by mailboxes, Jack, but we're
They're the
trying to wean off of
best.
those.
Especially the ones I like are surrounded by concrete. Oh, when they go, it's awesome.
Okay, well, I don't think I can dissuade you from mailboxes. I've definitely tried, but just be careful and avoid the deputy. He's out to get us.
He's waiting outside my building every morning when I go out there. He's there. Like, he always says, like, "Oh, I know you're up to something. Let me see your bag, Jack." I'm like, how can I be up for something every day? Like, leave me the fuck alone already.
It's kind of a compliment. Like, you're productive in your explosions.
Yes. And I start like, I guess we're at the booth of the twins, right? So and you're on one side, I guess, and I just snuggle in there and just look at the wand and just start like scarfing down the food that I was able to get.
Elias ignores you, but Abby leans over June and squashes him to give you a hug. Like, she's just always happy to see everybody.
Oh,
Oh,
thanks. Thanks.
Oh, it's nice.
Oh my god, sorry.
Okay, breathe. No, it's good.
Jack is still eating his meal as if he doesn't know where the next one's coming from.
Oh, Jack. Let me hold on. And the backpack that June has is like at the end of the booth, so he's trying to like kind of lurch over Jack's shoulders, like it's the top pocket, and in there is half a moon pie. It's like, hey, it got a little squashed, but
Are you sure, man?
yeah, of course. I saved the half for you. I already have my half.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course.
I'll reach over and grab it and put it next to my plate with every intention to save it, but I might not be able to.
I know how that goes.
Yeah, we got to do something about that deputy. I'm always hanging out at the Wicked Raven, and I'm trying to catch some EVPs, and he's there with this flash. That flashlight is so bright, it
He's
lights
there?
up. Yeah, he's just waiting on. He knows my routine now, so I'm trying to like mix it up, but I mean, I can run a lot faster than him, but he scares me. He scares the wildlife, and I just scares away the ghosts. And like, how am I supposed to investigate?
Well, next if you're going to investigate later. I'll come with you, but we got to avoid him.
Oh,
or
you
maybe I
mean
can
it?
get my cherry bombs back. Yeah, you distract him, and I'll get my stuff out of his car. Let's do that.
I mean, yeah, that could be an idea for sure. Like, I was just at Rainbow Records. I got a few of the melodies down for some of the bands that played at the Wicked Raven, and maybe if I sing their songs back to them, they're like, "Hey, that's my song," and then they show up, and then the ghost scares him away, and then no more deputy. Huh?
That could be a thing that happens. Sure.
We see a ghost. We get the cherry bombs.
I was just thinking you'd like make a noise or break a window or something, but I mean that could work too.
I mean, at the Wicked Raven, like a lot of the windows are already broken, but
Right, so you don't have to worry about like vandalism, right?
Oh, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, we could figure something out. I got you.
A backup plan in case the whole ghost thing doesn't work out.
Yeah, it's really hard. I thought it would be like second day, and I would get one on my yak back, but it's tough.
What about yak?
How could you?
There's a lot of deep cuts here.
Deep 90s cuts.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, sorry, our friend B-Town made a very generous donation. We get to do another rolly, and sorry for.
Thank you, B-Town.
Thank you for letting us delay a little bit, but I try not to stop somebody role playing. B-Town's a good friend. We know them through Top Down Tabletop, so thanks for coming by. Here we go. Please not me. Please not me. Oh, that's gonna be me.
It's gonna happen eventually.
4.
Ah, damn.
It's me.
I
Are
did not
y'all
damn
in?
it.
You're in for a treat. I don't know if a Barbos Brave is still in the chat or if he's zoned out by now, but you're getting a picture of me
Oh boy.
and Mike as babies in high school. This is from our yearbook. Look at that. Look at these nerds. Look at the last time I washed my hair. Was it last week? Who knows? That's
Oh
my
my
notebook
gosh.
full of dark poetry about how no one understands me.
I love how you're smiling too. You're like, look at my dark, evil notebook of poetry.
Mhm.
Look at me.
I'm pretty, like, if I remember this, and I'm not sure, but I am almost positive Mike and I wrote a swear word on that to see if it would show up in the yearbook, but I don't think it did. I don't think it
What the
did.
hell is he wearing?
Yeah.
We're
Looks
not
like he's
sure-
wearing
we're-
like a sweatshirt
definitely-
of stars.
It's
Definitely
solar
sequence.
system.
I want to
Yeah.
say, like, he bleached a sweater by accident or on purpose. I don't know.
We've all been there.
You
Yeah.
know.
Fashion.
Thank you, B-Town. You're very kind. Whew. I have more, too. I did not think that you guys were going to be so generous, like coming through on your Trevor Project donations. So if and when we get through, all 6 of us, I have more pictures of a Bardmost Brave, like bunches. So keep them coming. I won't disappoint.
I do have all 4 of my high school yearbooks over there. I can just like hold up pages for you
Yes.
if I
Oh,
need to.
gosh.
And Kids on Bikes is a 3-parter, too, so we can space
Oh,
them out.
yeah.
But I might ask
We're
you
going
guys to
full
pitch in
Wonder
again.
Years.
I didn't think it was going to be this successful, but it's been really cool.
That's awesome. Hey,
I
if
love
my embarrassment can help teenagers now, then I'm here for it. I'll try to find some more embarrassing photos of myself than my prom picture.
Exactly. I
I'm
got
sure they're out there. It's just, it was before the digital age, kids. Like, they're all hard copies. I gotta go hunt them down.
Yeah.
Here's what I love about the Trevor Project. Every teen deserves to make it. So if we gotta humiliate ourselves for that, it's all worth it. It's all good.
We made it, and you can too, kids.
Is there anything else you guys want to do in the diner? Is there anything else you feel like happens in the diner, or should we fast forward to a scene later today?
So Meadow definitely took a moment to get a hamburger. She's not allowed, but can't help it. It's green muffins or hamburger. And
So good.
between bites, she's talking to Amy. Seeing June walk in, it kind of reminds her that are you doing anything tonight?
Jerry asked if I could babysit, but I told him I wasn't sure because Well, honestly, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love June to death. He's a great kid, but like I could use a Saturday.
Yeah, me too. I'm kind of worried about his dad a little though. He came over my house again. He just keeps coming to visit my grandmother, and just I feel like he maybe's getting swallowed up with his past a little.
Are you there when he talks to her?
Sometimes. I mean, not often.
Amy kind of looks around to make sure that whatever June is doing or wherever he is, he's not paying attention to this conversation.
And these doors are the hinges.
Yeah, there we go.
That with the
And so, but she kind of like scoots in closer to Meadow and it's like, what are they talking about?
I think they're talking about June's mom a lot. And also maybe some future things. There's my grandmother kept saying there's some kind of dark shadow following him.
I mean,
But I don't know.
So that's kind of a shadow, but
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
yeah, I mean, it's got to be hard, right, to lose your wife?
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
just feel bad.
Yeah, no, me too. It's June's a good kid, and Jerry, I mean, like, Jerry's weird, but he's a nice guy, and he's gotten his shit together. So like, I don't know. I mean, I know how you feel about the family business, but maybe what your grandma does is helping him. I don't
Maybe
know.
I don't like the looks everyone gives me. I don't know. I can never tell if it's my height or if it's just my family or both.
You know
Probably
what?
both.
Fuck those people. This town is tiny. The people in it are tiny, and you and I are not tiny. Don't say it, she says as she's like looking up. I mean, when they're sitting, they're probably closer in height, but Meadow is an entire foot taller than she is. So-
I mean, she had her mouth open to say something, and then she just picks up her burger and just bites it again.
Yeah. But you and I are not small. You and I are gonna do awesome shit as soon as we figure out what that awesome shit is. Let's do something awesome tonight.
Yeah. I
What should we
mean,
do?
you could go visit that abandoned ranch.
Could. That's one idea.
What did you have in mind?
I need to ask out of game. The Wicked Raven is still open, right?
It is. It's a bar for grown-ups, but like it has a lot of property that is a little spooky.
We could go try to sneak into the Wicked Raven.
But they know us. They know how old we are.
Yeah, but like sneak at the back. Maybe nobody will notice. You
And
know
then it
those
looks
weird
like-
those weird out of town tourists come in all the time. We just huddle in with them. It could be fun.
I don't know.
Come on, please. We never get to do anything stupid. I want to do something stupid.
All right. But if we get in trouble, I'm blaming you.
Totally fair. Amazing. I will pick you up at 8.
I'll just meet you somewhere. Let's meet at the corner of the Wicked Raven.
All right, fine. I'll meet you at the corner. Wear something fun.
Yeah, like that's possible. And she just looks down at her tie-dye shirt and overalls and boots that she didn't change out of.
All right, I'll tell you what. My mom's got some weird ass shit from the 70s in the attic. I'll raid it and see what I can find for you.
All right. Nothing too crazy.
No promises.
Fantastic. So let's fast forward a little bit. Oh, go ahead, June.
Just one last thing.
Yeah.
When I leave, I'll leave after Jack. And I'll double back. And I'll say, hey, Luis. Hey, Luis.
Hey.
Hey, I just got just a little bit of change together from recycling. So thanks for giving Jack some of the scraps and some things put together. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. It's fine. Where are you going?
Oh, just to, hang out together. Keep Elias company and,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's fine. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm really busy with work.
Oh yeah, I get it. That's okay.
Yeah. Like, when you get a little older, you'll have to work too, I guess. I mean, I don't know. You'll get it. You'll get it one day.
Okay. Say hi to your mom for me, okay?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Yeah.
See you next time.
Yep.
Okay.
And before they leave, Amy is going to invite Coda to come with them that night.
So Amy and Meadow and Coda.
If Coda decides to invite Luis, he can. They do live together, but Luis doesn't really talk to Amy except to yell at her when she steals his food.
Yep.
So
Or touches his food.
I'm hungry.
You're annoying.
Whatever. Your food's really good.
So if we can fast forward to maybe this evening. Luis, you're home in your apartment. You worked a very long shift today, so did Coda, but you boys did a good job filling in. Your apartment, you see, there's sheets and a pillow on the couch where Coda stays. Your mom's been putting up for, almost a year now, and he keeps it very tidy, out of respect for her. But he mentions this to you. Amy said she's going to try to sneak into the Wicked Raven, I guess. I'm not going to drink, but you want to come?
I mean, I don't know. It's just her.
Her friend, the giant.
She's not a giant. She's just tall, right? Chill out with that. There's no you don't have to call her a giant.
I'm not trying to be mean, man. I don't know. You want to come?
Okay. So it's just the girls.
And the boys if you come, I guess.
Okay. Well, and you. So whatever.
I'm a boy.
Yeah, I know.
What's your problem, man? You never go
Nothing,
out.
man.
You never.
I know. That's because I don't need to go out to prove myself. I don't hey, look at me. I'm out. Look at me. Woohoo. I'm a person. I have my own shit to do.
You're being kind of a dick right now. I'm just trying to include you.
No, that's cool. It's fine. You just kind of cut me with that one. Whatever.
I'm not trying to cut you. You're just being kind of a dick. I'm just trying to include you.
Yeah. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. Like Smash Mouth says.
It's a good song. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Oh my god.
I guess that person's you. Yeah, sure. Let me. If my mom finds out, I'm out at this fucking place, she's gonna squeeze me hard. So just can't make it too obvious.
Your mom's
right?
not coming home until 11.
I know, but if she comes home and I'm not home, and she comes up to my room and she doesn't see me, she's gonna freak.
You don't have to come, man.
No.
You looked like you could chill for a little bit. You look like you could use a night out.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, cool.
All right, we gotta meet the girls there. We gotta ride our bikes. They didn't offer to
right.
pick us up.
Oh, gee, man. You my bike? Fine.
Oh wow.
Fine.
Coda looks like maybe regretting asking you. Like he hasn't offered to hang out with you in months. Now he's remembering why.
Luis is wound tight.
Oh yeah, you better believe it. Yeah.
Right.
Did not see that coming. I thought he'd be more like a
Me
laid back
neither.
Emerald kid.
Oh no. This is the loner weirdo subtype.
Ah, he looks so cute and cuddly in his
I know.
picture.
You know that picture. That's you blame Midjourney. You know what I'm saying?
Meanwhile, he's making diamonds. Like,
You know what? I think that's probably a picture of him where he's happiest, which is behind the
Aw.
grill making food.
Oh,
No
When
one
it comes
bothering him.
to right, exactly. When it comes to being in social situations and being with other people that are not family, or at very best, the people in the spork. hot damn, that's gonna be tough for him.
Right on. So June and Jack, what plans did you make for tonight?
you're going ghost hunting, and I'm tagging along because that's what I do.
Yeah, like old times. Jack, I'm a little worried about Elias.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was. Don't tell anybody, because, I mean, I know I say a lot of stuff that people just kind of shrug off, but Elias, his eyes were glowing for like a second today, and
What?
yeah, I don't know. They were so bright, like bioluminescent, like jellyfish eyes.
I know he seemed like weirded out when I was there, but I didn't see that.
I think there's something going on. I know I say it about a lot of different things and a lot of different people, but Elias, he's got all the markers. And,
What do you mean markers?
well, he doesn't say anything. He scribbles stuff that seems unintelligible to us because we don't have glowing eyes. So maybe if we invite him along, he can see ghosts, is what I'm saying. That's where I'm going. He has ghost eyes.
I mean, dude, you're my best friend, okay? And I say this because I love you, okay? And I say this as I like take a bite out of the moon pie. It's like I want you to know I'm with you on this.
Yeah.
But you gotta tone it down a little bit, man. Like, you're gonna freak some people out, and you may not be able to come back from it. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Where am I coming back from and to? Like,
if you start getting too crazy, they might send you away. Not that you're crazy. You're not crazy.
like,
I'm sorry.
like
I'm
North
sorry.
Dakota?
That's good.
That was good.
Do you remember Johnny Hallbridge?
Yeah, of course.
Do you notice he's not here anymore?
Is he a ghost?
No,
You're a
no,
genius,
man.
Jack. We are going
No.
to contact Johnny Hellbridge.
No,
With
no, man.
Elias's help.
Listen. He's not a ghost, man. He's over at like some ranch in Minnesota now. Like, he was too wacko. His parents couldn't handle it. They shipped him out. And I'm not saying that's going to happen to you. And I'm just saying, like, be careful who you say this stuff to, because the wrong person isn't going to take it so well.
Okay. Well, I know you're not the wrong person.
No,
That's
I'm
right.
cool, man. Yeah, we're cool. You can tell me whatever you want, but I'm just saying, like, keep
Hey.
this stuff between us for the most part, right?
Jack, can I level with you?
I've been level with you for the past 5 minutes, man, so yeah, lay it on me.
We don't have a lot of friends, And I know people are kind of weirded out by me and all the things that I say, and I get really excited about it because that's what my dad has kind of taught me, and that's why I'm so excited. As lonely as we can be, Elias doesn't really have anybody.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Let's bring him, man. I'm fine with bringing him. That's cool. I'm just saying, like,
no ghost eyes,
no ghost eyes, man.
laser eyes.
Okay. Whatever kind of eyes they were, like any kind of otherworldly stuff, like, share that with me. That's cool.
Okay.
Maybe not share that with him, because, you know, how would you feel if you'd probably be excited, wouldn't you? If I
I
told
would
you
be
that?
so excited. Oh my gosh. You have ghost eyes. My life makes sense.
Yeah, of course you would, dude. Just filter. What do I mean by filter?
Yeah, I just
Just-
realized that
Just filter a little bit. Just a
my
little
dad
bit.
is going to be at a meeting, so I think Amy was gonna come over to babysit. But
Babysit?
well, kids sit, hang out with me,
Oh, okay.
like friends.
Okay.
Yeah. But what time is it, GM? Would this be about the time that Amy might have normally come over?
Probably.
Okay, maybe if we go right now. What were we gonna say?
Maybe, Amy, did you communicate with Jerry that it wasn't going to work
Oh,
tonight?
yeah, I absolutely communicated to Jerry.
Oh,
that
okay.
it
Yeah.
was tonight. Yeah.
But
Okay.
maybe that didn't make it down
Yeah.
to June.
Yeah, she's a slacker, but she's not like she wouldn't just leave June hanging. She would let
Okay.
him.
Okay, all right. So June is a little younger. So I'm 14, June's 12, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's like right on the line where that, I don't know. Okay.
Honestly, I think I'm just guessing, just from previous reactions, and Amy, you can correct me. But I think Amy would be kind of down. Like, I would communicate as like, "Hey, we're gonna go check out the Wicked Raven again."
Oh, yeah. She would
So
come let you get away with that shit. She would come babysit you, but she's got her own plans. She's not gonna know that you're doing this because she has told Dad that you're not.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's you wanna go grab Elias and
Yeah.
get down
yeah.
to the Wicked
so,
Raven?
yeah, just. But so do you know that Amy's not coming now, or what?
Amy is not coming to babysit.
Amy is not coming to babysit.
And I would say
Does
Jerry.
June
like,
know that?
let's say
Maybe Jerry left a note and he didn't see it.
Yeah, that's up, dude. It's up to you,
Hmm.
June. You have to tell your story, man. Do you know?
I say June knows. I say
Okay.
June
Alright.
sees like a note on the fridge for sure. So
So why don't we just tell your dad that you're at my place? That's fine. Like,
yeah, that'd be
done that
great.
before.
I'll just write something down and we can go and
yeah,
it'll be fun.
Let's go get Elias, but for real, like, don't say anything that might, trigger him or something. Okay, like, if you notice weird stuff, like, don't tell him about it. All right.
Okay. Going to notice weird stuff, but don't communicate weird stuff to Elias.
Yes. Just
But what if Elias communicates
Take
weird
what
stuff to
damage
me
much
with his
was
awesome
that?
eyes?
what?
Nothing. It's okay. Let's just get down there. Do we need to swing by and get some? You know what? I'm going to. I don't know how to do this, but I'm going to get some like aluminum foil and like a couple under the kitchen sink liquids together and kind of make some makeshift cherry bombs.
I feel like you absolutely know how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My dad, Jerry, is a survivalist, a prepper for the apocalypse. One of the first lessons was explosives.
Under
So-
sink liquids. That's not a phrase I ever want to hear again.
Yeah.
I think we've all done that at some point, but I
Yeah.
definitely do not want to think about that.
I'm not going to say that out loud on stream. Never mind.
Yeah, there you go. June, listen, Go ahead.
Roll for bomb.
That needs to be something. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and make me, because you've done this before, go ahead and make me a 4 brains check.
Okay, my brains is a D20.
You should be okay as long as you really don't bungle it.
13.
Okay.
It's hard to read.
You can narrate with that level of success just like how many high quality whatever you can do in a short amount of time.
Okay.
That was a huge success.
Huge success.
Yeah.
Okay. So a couple that are like, for lack of a better word, you know, those like snapdragons that you would get at 4th of July. They kind of throw them down. A couple of those, and then just a couple smoke bombs that are not like intoxicating in any sort of. It's just kind of like get out of dodge kind of things. So 4 in total. And
nothing that could hurt somebody, just like strategic.
Right.
Smart boy.
This is, mostly for Jackson. It's like, okay, so smoke, throw down, make big boom. Huh? There you go.
I don't. Yeah. Okay. I don't think they're gonna quite have, the impact. But
how dare you, sir?
I can't blow up a mailbox with either of these, man. Like,
maybe
it's okay. It's okay. We don't need them. We don't need to blow up a mailbox to go do this thing with Elias. Like, but
yeah.
All right. Let's go get Elias and get out of here.
So we can fast
capture
forward
some
a
ghosts.
bit. Yeah. So you guys pick up Elias. The 3 of you ride your bikes out to the Wicked Raven. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let's fast forward a little bit again to the big kids, Luis and Coda and Meadow and Amy. It's nightfall at this point. Is it canon in our world that there really is no music at the Wicked Raven? What has June found in his expeditions out there?
Yeah, there is almost like a radius of no music. There's no jukebox inside. It's almost looked down upon to hum at the bar kind of thing.
Okay.
So even though June kind of gets like a bad rap for being very superstitious about the thing, there's still a prevailing superstition within the bar itself. Almost kind of like a way to suss out tourists in a way. So, cool. No music.
So, 4 big kids, we'll say that you guys all get there around the same time. But unlike any bar that we've been to in real life, it is quiet. Like you hear the scraping of chairs inside and like stools against a hard wooden floor and the clanking of glasses and just voices, but nothing else. It's a little unnerving. What do you guys want to do?
Well, Amy shows up wearing a mini skirt with like a wife beater tank top and a flannel shirt over it, and like some shit kicker Doc Martens.
The
And
Courtney
she
Love.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she presents Meadow with a pair of black leather pants and a
Oh my
sparkly
god.
and a sparkly crop top.
This is what your mom wore?
Apparently, yes. At one point in her life, my mom had a personality. Or these might be left over from her high school production of Grease. I don't actually know, and I don't care. Put them on.
She takes the pants and just like holds them up to her. Is your mom my height, or was she my height?
They're gonna fit you. They're gonna fit you like Caprice.
Okay.
She gonna need to make a brawn check to like squeeze into leather pants?
No, she's skinny as hell. They'll fit her.
So she finds a bush or something. I don't know. It's like what's around as far as like closure to.
I would say like we find some like a dumpster or something for you to hide behind, and Amy like very fiercely guards it while you duck back.
If this is how the night's gonna go, just like a sign just shimmying into these leather pants behind a dumpster, I have some bad feelings.
It's gonna be great. Just put on the pants.
And do I need to make a brawn check or?
Okay. Depends on the pants.
Awesome.
That's true. I would
It's
make Luis do it with his voluptuous thickness, but yeah, Meadow, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
so she steps out from behind the dumpster in this outfit, feeling very insecure and
And
just
Amy just looks at her and goes, "Oh my God, you look amazing." Just
I
don't
feel
worry, I'm pretty sure those are fake leather, so your mom won't kill you. And you look great. Come on, we're not ourselves tonight. We're somebody else. I don't know. I'm not the creative one here.
to we come up with new names kind of thing. Like
Um, I feel like that might be going too far because I'm gonna forget whatever name I picked for myself.
okay. I feel like a disco ball. Let's go
Oh,
for
that
jumping
reminds
in.
me. She puts a
What?
little bit of glitter on you, just a little tiny bit of glitter eyeshadow.
The roll-on body glitter, I had it.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. She roll on body glitters you a little bit, and then she like takes the hair tie out of your messy bun and lets your hair fall down. And she's like, "Okay, now Kate Moss can eat her heart out. Let's go."
You spritz her with some Victoria's Secret pear glaze.
No, Bath and Body Works Freesia. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Smell us coming from a mile away.
And around this time, you'd see two guys pulling up on their bikes. Coda and Louise, one of them looking happier to be here than the other.
I think Luis he's wearing cargo shorts. And
The zip-offs, please say yes.
yes,
Yeah, okay.
absolutely the zip offs. Definitely cargo shorts. Definitely an oversized t-shirt. What time of year is it, by the way? I forgot to ask.
It is
October.
mid-October. Yep.
Mid-October. Okay, so he wears a t-shirt, and over that t-shirt, he wears a short sleeve button down. And he styled his hair like spiky, like Steve Harwell from Smash Mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So
As did
he
every other
doesn't.
guy in town.
I mean,
Yeah.
Sugar Ray, what's his Mark McGrath from
Mhm.
Sugar Ray. He's got it going. It's it's the style of 1999. Before Guy Fieri turns it into horrible madness. So
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Cody's been having a hard time not getting like his massive wallet chain caught up in his bike spokes.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
wallet chain.
Mhm.
Jesus,
Yes.
my God, people I knew.
Eh,
Yeah, he drives up. Oh, he drives up. He rides upside. Coda and he sort of ride up at the same time and spot Amy and Meadow, by the front.
Amy runs over, gives Coda a hug, and
Hey.
then looks at Luis and is like, "Lulu, I haven't seen you out from behind the counter in so long. I forgot you had legs."
Yep. Yeah. Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Hi. So, yeah. Um, cool. Hey,
Hi.
hi, hi. Meadow, right? Right, Meadow.
Yeah, Meadow.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
They're
I like your he sort of like gestures in a sort of just overhanded way just to her like ensemble kind of thing. Just like you look nice.
thanks. It's
Yeah.
Amy's mom's.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Your burgers are really good.
He stares at her for like a good 5 seconds.
I
Thank,
I'm
thanks.
mhm.
Which one? What? How do you like? Wait a sec. I thought you don't eat. You don't eat meat, right?
I don't tell my parents, but I mean they just smell so good and yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, not everybody's like um uh, uh uh, um like a meat eater.
Mhm. Yeah. It's I can't I don't do bacon because that's just like going too far.
He
I
stares at
gotta
you
like go
again.
back. I mean it smells good, but like just like burger, maybe sautéed mushrooms and onions and some cheese. Do the monster cheese. That one's really good. Let me put that
It's
one on
Munster. It's not Monster. Everybody makes that mistake.
there. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Um,
it's got a real sort of interesting after flavor to it. I don't
mhm.
really prefer Munster. It's like not the best kind of cheese, honestly, because it doesn't really pair very well, and the melting point of Munster is really kind of high compared to something like cheddar or even American cheese, which has been proven to be the best kind of cheese
Oh my
for
Yeah,
god!
I've
Amy
heard
just
that.
turns around, opens the door, and goes into the bar. Like grabs Coda by the hand and just goes into the
Amazing.
Uh,
And on
so
that note,
when Amy's not looking, Meadow's gonna get her big sweater that was behind the dumpster and put it on and then go in.
oh,
bar.
our super good friend Stone and Hat has just made a generous donation to Trevor Project. And there's no more rollies. It's down to you, Alicia. You ready
All
for
right.
this?
Let's
Here it
go.
comes.
Password.
Get ready for baby Alicia. She's so cute. What's the story behind this adorableness?
So I'm looking at
Open this
a
puppy.
commercial right now, so I don't know which one you should share.
Oh, okay. It's the one of you with maybe some like French stuff in front of you and an apron. It's
Oh yeah, it was a like, geography fair, and I had to do France, so
it's
it's a
adorable. How old are you here, you
okay.
think?
I think I'm like 14.
Princess.
Yeah,
Thank you
really
so
awkward.
much.
It's amazing how much younger that feels now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
think about like what we thought we looked like when we were 14.
Oh,
Yeah.
for
Just looking back on
sure.
it now and being like,
Okay, now I can see it. Oh my god,
Right?
that is adorable.
Amazing.
Thank you, Stone.
Thanks,
thanks,
Stone.
Stone.
All right.
Thanks.
Let's cut
Stone.
over to June, Jack, and Elias. Pulling up on your bikes. You might not notice the big kids heading in, nor would that really register that would be a thing that would ever even make sense for you. What are you guys up to now that you're out in the dark? Kind of a cold October breeze blowing around. It's feeling spooky.
So, June, like, what's the plan, man? Like, what are we here to look at? Because they're
Oh,
all
man, I'm
inside.
so glad you asked. And he is like prepping all of this stuff. He's got like goggles on that aren't really any goggles. They're probably like swimming goggles that he found somewhere. It's just like, okay, you take this. It's an EVP recorder. It's a yak back. All right. Okay.
EVP?
Yeah, EVP, electronic voice phenomena. So you're just
Okay.
gonna play it. Yak back, unfortunately, does not have a lot of time that you can record. So you got to choose your moments. Okay. And
Okay.
maybe we only listen to it one more time back. How's the yak back work? Is it just one time back to you?
You can record once if I recall my yak back and then play it back as many times as you want in different speeds.
Okay, so
Uh-huh.
listen to this one. This is one I recorded last week. Just listen to it. Shh. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
No,
For,
man.
for sure, a hello. Probably from Johnny. Yeah, now that I got some context.
I don't think that's what happened to Johnny, man. Like, play it again. Let me hear it one time.
Okay. Shh.
No, I'm sorry, man. I'm with you, man, but it's too far. I'm not getting it.
Okay, well, let me just takes his backpack off, get some dowsing rods out of it. Okay, we're just
Okay.
gonna walk around the perimeter, and
Okay.
wherever these cross, you press the button. Elias, you're gonna look.
He tightens the strings on his hoodie hood and stuffs his hand in his pockets and just kind of shrugs.
I like your style. Okay, and I'm gonna like kind of tighten my strings too, and just like that's their thing. Okay.
I'm just happy to not be alone, so I'm just doing whatever.
Okay.
I'll
And
follow.
I guess if we see any flashlights or like, hey, get off my property, or hey, we told you once, we told you 1,000 times, or the click of a shotgun, we'll just get out of here. We'll come back for the bikes or something.
I don't think you have to tell me if I hear somebody racking a shotgun, man. I'm going. You don't have to let me know about that.
Best friends.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're coming with me. Like, I'm grabbing you and we're going. Like, I hope it
Okay.
doesn't come to that.
All right, let's do this thing. I think it's better over there, and I'll kind of go point to like a further part of the property that's more overgrown and more disheveled, and generally probably doesn't see a lot of use. Probably near like a storage area, and go
Yeah,
out
the
there.
bar has a bunch of property around it, right? Like, it's not just the bar itself. Like, there's a bunch around it. I'm trying to remember from our world creation.
Yeah, I think that's what as you said, that there's like quite a bit of property to the Wicked Raven.
Yeah, there's a lot of land out there. A lot of like
Okay.
wooded areas and a lot of weird spots that where things don't grow.
Oh, okay. I will go toward where I find the most kind of signs of a haunting. And when I think I'm out of earshot of the main building, I'm going to start whistling the melodies that I had kind of placed in my brain from earlier that day. Just kind of.
Okay.
And I accidentally trigger the yak back and it goes,
And I'm like, was that it? Did we get it?
nah, man, I hit the button. I'm sorry.
Rookie mistake. It's fine.
So June, you lead your friends on this expedition for a little while, going from what feels to you to be haunted, possibly haunted, maybe even more haunted. But there's somewhere you stumble upon where the vibe changes and you feel like you've genuinely stumbled on something to the point where Jack, you feel it too, and Elias's eyes start to glow. What is it that starts happening around you that triggers this?
Ooh, that's a good question. What happens around us? Um,
Does the air suddenly get cold, or
Okay.
do we feel like a
yeah.
vibration in our feet? Or
I'm trying to think of a good referential point, but it's where you can kind of see the flow of air. Like there's little bits of the breeze that are illuminated, like just enough that there is a visual thing. So that combined with the cold, it's a very like.
okay, yeah. Like
And
the
I'm
dust in
going.
the flashlight like changes.
Yeah, so right when that occurs, I'm gonna drop the dowsing rods, just cling, 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 and just like over the shoulder to Jack. Jack?
What is going on? Why?
Then,
Why is it so cold?
then over to Elias's eyes.
And then I look over at Elias's eyes too, because I didn't know what he was looking at. And yeah, that scared. This was all hokey pokey nonsense to me until this point. So like,
Right now, Elias just looks like he's taking it in, but then something in your environment changes again. What changes?
I have one idea, and I feel like it's a bit much. Nick, what do you think?
I'm thinking a smell.
A smell. I like a smell. Probably
It's very
something
cold, but it smells hot. Do you know what I mean by it's smelling
It's-
hot?
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, we'll go with almost like how
Sulfur,
like
maybe like a hot spring.
yeah, absolutely where I was going, but like that kind of like wasabi thing that like gets really stuck in your nose, like it almost is potent, like there are flakes in your nose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And June, one of the weirder things about this too, you come out here a lot. You're always poking around. This is entirely new to you, and you know that this is entirely new. But you still have this weird feeling of deja vu. And that you can't explain either.
What's going
Jack.
on, June?
Jack, have we done this before?
No, man. Like, we've been out here a bunch, but this has not happened before. I'm getting out of here. This is fucking scary, dude.
Oh, wait, man. And I'll like kind of grab your wrists, and then I'll get something out of my pack and then like rub salt on your palms. I'm just like, okay, maybe if we like
doing?
we could just get back to our bikes. We just have salted hands, right? Like a salt circle protects us, obviously. So if we just have salted hands, we can just move backward.
Hey, can we go? Can we please go?
Elias looks down at his hands, and it looks like he's starting to blink back tears a little bit.
Gonna look at my hands, then look at Elias's hands. So there's an obvious conundrum in June's physicality. There is I have prepared my entire life for this moment, and true fear, and the struggle between I want to comfort Jack, but I want to comfort Elias, and comforting Elias means answers. So like, Jack, just give me a moment, okay? Like,
Dude,
this
is creeping me out. I cannot stay here.
I understand. If you want to go watch the bikes, I gotta see this through, man.
I look over at Elias's eyes and like I'm kind of paralyzed by fear at this point. I want to go, but I can't go on my own.
Elias.
He locks eyes with you, and his hands like start to shake.
Elias, I know you don't like being touched, but can I help you?
You hear his breathing become faster and faster. And then he reaches out, like very suddenly, quicker than you were expecting, and slaps a hand on your shoulder. And Jack, what you see is June's eyes glow bright blue for just a moment, and they both close their eyes. And June, you have a vision. It comes very, very quickly, but you see something that happened here. What was it? It was a long time ago, but it is speaking to you now. What happened here?
There was a party after a gig. There's a banner that says grand opening Wicked Raven. Headlining act on the marquee is Dr. Cosmos and the Electric Moondogs. And it is very funky, psychedelic, garbed, large band, all drinking. There's a bonfire. And it kind of shifts to where there's a big area of just dirt, and where one of the bandmates has kind of carved in to the dirt like a very rudimentary Ouija board. And it kind of shifts to where like more and more of the attention goes from the fire over to this Ouija board. And instead of like one of the glasses, I forget what it's called, they use on a Ouija board, this girl just kind of steps from letter to letter. And they're all kind of laughing. But suddenly she's on the yes, and her eyes glow. Just like that.
So cool. So Jack, from your perspective, this was 2 seconds. And June, from your perspective, this may have been like 10 minutes. But you just saw June's eyes started glowing for a second. They both close their eyes, and then when they open their eyes, Elias yanks his hand away from June's shoulder, And they both look normal, other than Elias looking frightened, and he's breathing very, very hard.
What was that? What was that? What was that?
June is going to not push Jack away, but just kind of look like there's more important things, just almost like going to where danger is. And it's going to go down to the ground, and it's a little overgrown, and so he's just kind of pulling at weeds and grass and everything, just trying to. It was here. It was here. It was the moon dogs.
What? What was
Dog.
here?
The
What?
moon dogs. Moon dogs. They connected.
Who?
And
What are you talking about?
okay, so Wicked Raven was a music venue for decades, and you know that some of the band members, when they would play here, they would die shortly after. So it happened 5 times a decade, and so that's why you can't play music at the Wicked Raven anymore, because it's cursed. It's cursed land. And the first band that it happened to was Dr. Cosmos and the Electric Moondogs. I told you about this. And the Moondogs did some sort of connection to the I think they're the source of the curse. It was right here. It was right here. They had a big Ouija board in the ground. You must have seen it just now with the
man.
fire.
All I saw is you and Elias getting real fucking weird, and now you're on the ground pulling at weeds. That's all I know, man.
Gonna kind of get up fast and like grab Jack by the shoulders, like, Jack, you joked about it, but I had the ghost eyes. I had the ghost eyes.
Saw your eyes. I saw Elias's eyes get real bright, man. But that what is going on?
Elias, and I'm gonna kind of like turn back and just like now getting more composure of I wasn't the only one. I wasn't really the source of this happening. How is Elias doing?
Elias averts his eyes hard away from Jack. And knowing this kid, you know, for as long as you have, you get the feeling like it's not that he wants to say it's not true, but he's tired of people thinking that he's weird for being who he is. So he does not affirm what you've seen.
Maybe we should go back.
Yes, we should go back. I've been trying to go back. Can we please go back?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Jack. Let me and I'll just kind of find a way to usher Elias our way toward the front.
Yeah, he'll shuffle along with you. He's caught his breath at this point and is calming down, for sure. But I want to cut. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Last thing, I don't pick up my dowsing.
Okay. You found something bigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not because like I'm just like, oh, I don't need, but just forgot.
Okay. So I want to cut to the big kids as June and Jack and Elias make their way back to their bikes. The big kids inside the bar right now. Have any of you successfully gotten a drink or even attempted to get a drink here?
Oh, Amy absolutely marched directly to the bar and ordered a vodka cranberry.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make a charm of 12 for me.
Okay, let me remember what my charm is. It's pretty high, actually. My charm is, in fact, a D12. So let's see. Come here, pretty sparkly D12.
Use your favorite.
This is this one's maiden voyage. We'll see how she does.
Uh-oh. Don't let us down.
Oh, so close. I got a 10.
A 10. And you don't have any adversity tokens yet.
No, I don't.
Yeah, with a 10, the bartender looks at you. You're Grace's girl, right?
Huh?
You're Grace's girl,
No.
the junior at Badlands High. I'll tell you
Yes, but
How about I make you a Shirley Temple and I don't call the cops?
If Grace was your mom, wouldn't you want a drink?
Yeah, maybe next time, kid. She just she pours you a Sprite and puts enough grenadine in it that it could maybe pass for a cranberry tonic if you wanted to impress your friends. But she's like, I'm not gonna do that, kid. And how old is he? Like points to Louise. Is he 13? He can't be in here.
He's not 13.
Hey, is he talking to me?
No offense, kid. You got a baby face.
I'm 17.
Okay, none of you can drink either. You're not even supposed to be in here.
I'm not here to drink.
The bartender whips a bar towel over his shoulder, over his shoulder, puts her hands up, and just walks to paying adult customers, leaving you alone, not getting thrown out, but also not getting served.
I was gonna ask for a Shirley Temple.
Amy just hands her the glass.
So I will ask the three of you. You find a table, I'm assuming, and maybe work on your next plan of some way to like salvage this night, even though you're not getting served here. It's not that late yet,
Mm-hmm.
but something strange does happen that not just you guys, but everyone in the bar notices after you've been here about half an hour. What is that?
I think that there is like everybody kind of simultaneously gets this grating sensation in their eardrums, like you would feel when there's heavy feedback through an amplifier, but there's no sound to accompany it. We all just feel it. Like everyone at once just kind of goes, "Ah." That little like involuntary like twitch that you make when an amp feeds back.
Yeah, I would say at the same time too, you'd see the lights flicker as though like there was an electrical surge at the same time.
What the fuck was that?
You saw it too? As
Ah,
the lights flickered.
It's probably just a power surge. Happens all the time.
yeah. Did anybody else's ears just feel like they popped or something? What was that?
It's like when a note dies, you'll never hear that note again.
Yeah, like that, I guess. Amy's kind of pouting right now. Her big plans were ruined.
Did anyone else at the bar or in the or in the sort of main area, like did any of them react, or is it just the three of us?
It looks like everyone physically react in some way. Like the people that have been here since, 2 o'clock this afternoon maybe didn't respond. But most of the people around here you saw at least like make a face or turn their head.
Amy's gonna turn to someone at the table behind them and go, "Is that normal?"
One of the cocktail servers like shakes her head at you like, "Mm."
Well, this sucks. And Amy's gonna stand up.
Is this how bars usually are? I thought there would be. Well, I mean, I know that we're not supposed to play music, but I mean, I thought there would be something.
We could like recite the lyrics to the song if we can't sing it. Like maybe we could just like say the words to the songs rather than sing them.
There's a server that walks by you as you say that, Louise, and whispers in your ear, absolutely the fuck not.
What's wrong with we're saying the words? Like I'm not going to sing. I'm not going to say any music.
You're
like,
gonna make the owner mad. She gets migraines. Don't fuck with it.
Who's the owner?
Miss Johnson.
Miss Johnson? Oh, geez, it's Amber. I didn't know that she was the owner here.
There's a lot of Johnsons in this town, douchebag.
No, listen, you don't need to degrade my ego, okay? I don't need that right now. I'm just here for friendly accompaniment.
And French fries.
They're garbage.
Oh my god. Okay, now that you've insulted the server, thank you very much for your
I'm
time.
just telling her how it is.
and
I'm not gonna like
please
try to whatever.
go about your business. Ah, and Amy's just gonna out the door. Just very disappointed that her big plan for a fun night has just been completely destroyed.
What's the okay, like someone just got to explain to me what the deal with this thing is. Like, I can't say lyrics to songs I like. I can't sing the songs. Someone's just got to tell me what's up. Like, why? What's
There,
going on?
there's a local that's like 2 tables down. He told you to shut the fuck up about it.
I just stare at him.
Are there like cards or anything? Is there any kind of entertainment?
There's a dartboard.
There's a dartboard.
Wanna play darts?
Coda
Yeah.
shrugs. He'll play darts.
Let's go play darts.
So
Amy's
Amy,
outside smoking a cigarette.
as you're grabbing a smoke outside, it is dark out here. Like, it is just overwhelmingly underlit, like against building codes, you're absolutely sure. But you see 3 figures, small figures, walk by, heading across the bar and kind of towards the street.
Shoot. And she's gonna walk over towards them. What the hell are you guys doing here?
What are you doing here?
Not
Yeah.
important. I asked you first.
We're not doing anything.
We're trying to drink.
Amy just blinks at him for a second and says, "Sure you are."
We're just leaving. We're leaving. Come on, June. Elias, let's go. Come on, we're leaving.
Yeah, we're just we'll talk about it later, okay?
All right, whatever. This night's already weird enough. And she just walks back.
Um,
I'm gonna, if Meadow's right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I was about to come out to tell Amy that we were playing darts.
I will, as we're walking to the street, specifically look at Meadow for like a few more beats than normal. And you will see there has been an experience that does not have explanation. And from June seeing you and knowing about your grandmother, I think you kind of register it as like, this is like desperation for an answer where everybody else would be kind of make fun of them for it.
I catch June looking at me, and I kind of look uneasy, like I want to say something to him. But instead I just say, "Hi."
Hey. Then shoulder Elias to the street, catch up with Jack.
So, Meadow, you watch June leave, and June, it takes you a moment to notice that Elias doesn't move. And Meadow, you hear this heavy breathing pick up, like this very anxious breathing. And then he whirls around to you, Meadow. Do you even know this boy, this 14-year-old boy that lives in June's trailer park, or have you seen him before?
Like, I've seen him around, maybe at the restaurant, but I don't really know him too well.
Yeah. He starts like practically hyperventilating. You see something very strange happen with his eyes, and then he blurts out so loudly that everyone in the bar behind you can hear it. "She's gone! She's gone! The guy had me! She's gone!"
Are you okay? I try to calm him down. I'm like, calm down, breathe.
How do you calm him down?
I just kind of mimic, just like breathe in, breathe out.
It seems like
And
it's
just keep doing that over and over.
it's not sinking in. He whirls around like he just needs to be heard, and he looks to you, June, and Jack, and he keeps screaming, "She's gone! She's gone! She's gone!"
I touch his shoulder to try to calm him down.
Meadow, when you touch him, your
There it
feet
is.
kind of leave you. You don't feel the fresh air of outside anymore. You feel stale inside, like the smell of stale cigarette smoke and TV dinners. You look around and you're inside a small trailer home. There's bunk beds and dirty kids' clothes on the floor and one desk covered in papers and an empty window next to the bunk beds that's wide open and a pane of broken glass. And then you're right back outside the Wicked Raven again, and Elias is next to you, shaking. "Somebody took her! They're gone! She's gone! I don't know! She's gone!"
Who's gone?
Uh, I
Amy's gonna reach into her backpack and pull out a bottle of Gatorade and hand it to him and be like, hey, buddy.
Doesn't
She's gonna
he-
like kneel down. She doesn't need to, I'm talking about she's tiny. She's gonna hand it to him
Yeah.
like, hey, buddy.
He will
But
take
it's
it from
okay.
you, but it's shaking so hard that Gatorade starts like flying out and splashing you guys. And then like he
Doesn't
tries so
he-
hard to compose himself, he goes, "Abby!
Doesn't he have a twin sister, right? What's her name?
Abby!"
I'm gonna walk up behind Meadow, which I'm sure there's like kind of congregation now. Meadow, I've never heard him talk.
Really? I didn't know. You're always around him. He doesn't talk. He keeps saying that Amy's gone, or that someone's gone.
Abby?
Abby.
When you
I
say this,
saw
he looks at
something.
you so desperate, June, like to be believed, and his eyes are glowing brighter than you've seen them glow all day.
Meadow, did you see something?
And
You
now I
showed
see
me
his
something.
eyes glowing too, right?
Yes.
I saw a bedroom in a trailer, bunk beds, window broken. No one was there.
Meadow, I don't want you to think I'm strange, but I believe him. I need to go home right now. Elias, let's go.
He starts running for your bikes.
Kids,
We-
wait, what are you?
We need to help them. We need to help them.
Yeah, we do.
Luis comes
Okay.
out of the bar.
I say Amy just like turns around and takes off in a sprint back to the bar to get the guys.
He sees like all this commotion, having no idea what just happened. He's got like, he still doesn't even realize that he still has a dart in his hand. He's like, and he just sort of like haphazardly just throws it back inside the bar, like not even caring.
Perfect bullseye.
Ow!
Yeah, he probably does. It's a bullseye. Just goes,
Cinematically, it would
Amazing.
absolutely have to be.
One old
Yeah.
bar patron just like,
I feel like whoever he was playing against, you just hear someone go for a minute.
yeah, exactly. That's so good.
hammer.
He's like, what's going on?
This is
I
crazy.
don't even know.
I think
heard
someone's
people screaming. Like, what's
I
going
think
on?
I think someone's been abducted.
What? No, we're all here.
No, not us. One of Amber's kids. Not the boy. Abby.
Whoa. One of Amber's kids?
Elias was here with June and fucking Jack, and all of a sudden he went crazy and started shouting, "She's gone, she's gone." His eyes got real weird, and then they just took off on their bikes, and it's dark and they're kids, and we have to go after them.
One of Amber's kids?
That's what I mean. That we don't know. He just started shouting and then they took off. But they're riding out there alone in the dark, and that's not cool. And we should.
He
go
doesn't
help
even
them.
pay any more attention to what you're saying. He's just walking over to his bike.
Amy sticks her head in the door and goes, "Coda, come on, we gotta go."
Okay. He's cool.
And as she takes off after her bike, she's mumbling to herself, "I knew I should have driven. I knew I should have driven. I should have just brought my fucking car. I knew they weren't going to give me any alcohol. I should have just driven. Fine, whatever." and hops on her bike.
Meadow grabs her real pants and her bike and follows them.
We are going to end our scene with 7 kids on bikes heading back to a small trailer neighborhood. Is there anything any of you would like to have done before we call it a night?
There is a brief moment, even though she is confused and really freaked out by what she saw that kid's eyes do. There is a brief moment when she is like pumping her legs as hard as she can on this bicycle, and the wind is blowing her hair back from her face, that for the first time in a while, even though she doesn't know what it is, Amy feels some kind of sense of purpose, and that kind of feels good.
Anybody else?
As Jack is pedaling, following, not leading, following, he's like over and over in his head, he's like, holy shit, he wasn't crazy. Like holy shit, this has not been like bullshit this whole time. Like this is like, I just thought June was a little bit weird, like he was just into this weird stuff, and that's fine, but holy shit. So he just cannot turn that off in his head as he's following them.
Meadow?
She's kind of freaking out because, I mean, she's always thought it was kind of crazy that her grandmother saw visions, and now she saw the vision, and just the impact of how horrible it was scares her. So I feel like all she's doing is just, she's not really on her bike, she's just using she's autopilot, following everyone.
Luis?
Yeah, I mean, Luis is full-on stand pedaling down the road, trying to catch up to Elias, and he's out of breath because he's never pedaled so hard in his whole life. And as he's gasping for air, he's remembering the song that he and Amber used to sing all the time. And I'm not going to sing it because of DMCI, but it's he's just singing it over and over again. He's saying, and I don't want the world to see me because I don't think that they'd understand when everything's made to be broken. I just want you to know who I am.
Beautiful. 7 kids on bikes. It's mid-October, 1999, and here's what you know. You got your bikes, you got your backpacks, you got your friends. But it is not easy to be a kid, and adults always seem to forget how hard it is. Things are changing in Belle Fourche a lot faster than any of you expected. But we're going to find out what's going on next time. Thanks for playing, guys.
Thank you, that was so fun.
Good game, y'all.
Yeah, that was wild.
Let's get some happy music going. Let's get back into a good feeling now.
I was so close to getting a drink in that bar.
It was...
No, you weren't.
I was 2 off.
That was a hard-ass check, a 12.
As far as a check, yes. But I'm thinking about, this is a small town, small bar. Everybody knows exactly who you are. Like,
Yeah.
I'm surprised that wasn't like an 18 on that. Like,
Maybe there was a newbie behind the bar. There could have been.
yeah, fair enough.
Well, thank you guys all
Amazing.
so much for playing. I'm having a blast. I cannot wait to come back for part 2. I got some planning to do because it was really hard to play a completely improvised game. Like, no rails.
Very satisfying, though.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, hanging out in chat. We loved having you. Thanks for making it so fun. I'm sorry I couldn't type back so much on account of GMing, but I see you all. I appreciate you guys being here. And thank you, everybody who made a donation tonight. We raised $160 for
Amazing.
Trevor Project tonight.
Ooh,
Pretty
nice.
sweet. Pretty
nice.
sweet. Not too shabby for a one-shot.
Mm-hmm.
You can check out our friend Matt on Slices and Dices. You can check out our friend Hunter, my favorite TikTok and Instagram, at Genasi Quoi. And we're going to link the interview that you just had with Oren Cohen. Is that his name?
Yes.
Yeah, we will link that on the VOD and in the Discord. Join us in our Discord. I'm going to link that real quick so you can find it.
You can find me on Slices and Dices too.
I know, but it's really hard to be a stream runner, and also you're kind of more of a maid of fate at this point, so...
Shit.
Ooh, ow.
Line.
Man, possessive over the players. That's great.
Oh,
That's great.
my goodness. Listen, it's like we always say here on Maids of Fate. I will not stop until every D&D Twitch streamer is a maid of fate. Good night, everybody.
I was born on a day in the internet age.